Hey guys, this is Joe with yearoflinux.com. So I'm gonna continue doing these tutorials. This one is how to make a drawing in GIMP. Now, the simplest way to do this is first make a drawing in person and scan it in. With Linux Mint, you can easily just search down here, start scan, and go into simple scan. I already have the image. You pretty much just press scan while it's attached to the scanner and press save when you're done. Okay, so after you do that, you go into graphics and to GIMP image editor, GIMP 2.6. Okay, so you open the image that you scanned in, which is right here. Logo tries is the one I did. Okay, so now it depends on which image you want, but either way, just go up, get that, and I'm gonna take this one out right there. You just right click, edit, and copy. Then you open a new one, and since this is a very big sheet of paper, I'm gonna do a really big template. Press Ctrl V, and it'll be floating. I'm going to add a new layer, and now that is floating on top of it. Now add another new layer right here. You can name it foreground, you can name it anything. I'm gonna name it foreground. Then what you want to do is go to this tool. It's for creating paths. You just go and start forging your own path. Hold down the left mouse button to get those two things. If you see something like that show up, you might have to edit the path a little bit more. Then just continue on. Then you just go on to the rest of the image until you finish it up. Make sure if you want a sharp corner that you make a sharp corner and other things. So yeah, just make sure you do that. Now I've already done this part, so I'm gonna open that one, and this is the finished product. This is where I'm going with it. The next part is actually, I'm gonna take both of those out and new layer, foreground 2, and I'm gonna show you how I got to that point. Very much press the I key on here so you can see it. You can kind of see that there. Here, let me put the background back in. That way you can see it better. Okay, so the background's back in. You'll see I already traced over it and everything. And the pasted layer is still there. I just don't show it. So now you go to here and you right click and press stroke path. I like to do it with the paint tool. You can use a paintbrush, pencil, airbrush. I'm going to use the paintbrush because that's the easiest way to do it. And then press stroke. It'll fill it in. So Then you need to add your color. How you do this is another new layer that you can just call color. It's fairly simple. And take a paintbrush, select the color of your choosing. Since this is Linux Mint, a little bit lighter green. Then you can make this as big or as small as you want. I'm just gonna go, oh, forgot. You have to take color and make sure it's actually under foreground. That way it'll show up behind the logo. Then you just go ahead and do a very quick loop-de-loop and put it in. The step after this is to detail. So doesn't matter at that point, but you're gonna have to go back to fix everything. Just get a little bit of the stuff I can with the bigger eraser. But the cool thing about this is it's on a separate layer. So if you accidentally erase too much, it will not erase those lines. They're still there. So that's the good thing about using layers. Now I'm gonna take this back to round 1, and you zoom in using the bottom here, and you just go ahead through on the outside and start erasing all this extra stuff. You could also, if you really wanted to, go in with a fine-tooth comb and actually fill it in that way. I personally like this way better. It works easier. But yeah, just go ahead and do it whichever way you want. Either way is correct. Once you're done, you can take a look at it, and you can say, oh, that looks great, or you can say, oh wait, I don't want the background, I don't want the white background, and here's a transparent background. Now once you're done with it, first of all, you'll want to save it as a GIMP XCF image. Okay, this makes sure that you will be able to edit the layers later if you need to. And then you also want to, if you want to use it somewhere, save it as a GIF. Or if you don't mind it not having the invisible background, then you can save it as a JPEG. But again, it cannot handle the transparency on the back. So GIF is the best option for transparency. And then there you go with that. And you can go ahead and view it in your folder. And here it is. You'll see that it has this checkered background. There is actually no background there. That's just there because it is. You'll see little defects like right here. There's a little defect there, so you might want to go back, look at the layer without, take that out, and then you'll see, oh, that's like that. So then you can go to the foreground. You can zoom in to whatever you need and just erase that tiny piece and save as the GIF. And you can also save as the XCF so that you'll be able to edit it more later. So make sure you do save it as XCF. I didn't before, and now I decided it's a better idea to save it as that. That way you have the different layers and they're not all compiled into one. So this is Year of Linux, episode I have no clue, about making GIF images and logos inside of GIMP. GIMP. If you want to see where I got the original logo from, it's right here. And if you zoom in, you'll see that it looks a lot different than the image. One second. That is shown mostly because this one is made differently. Well, it's made kind of the same way. It's digital. But if you take a look at the same part in both of them, they're not exactly the same, and one is a little bit better because of the less, I don't know what you'd call that. I guess pixelization or something. But you have a nice clearer image this way. So that's how to do it. By the way, I got some help from my friend Michelle, and she said I could use her tutorial on this. I decided kind of not to show it in this video, but I will have a link to it in the post. So thank you guys very much for watching. Bye.